Hello, my name is Joe, and I want to show you my horizontal Langstroth, and I'll go over some of the features on it and pros and cons, and give you some tips if you want to build one of these. You know, some of the pros and cons are this isn't portable. This thing is very heavy. It's made by 2x11s I got here on the sides, and you put the frames into that, and with the roof, this is a very heavy hive. So this is more for the hobbyist, you know, sets it up in the yard there and just wants to keep it right there. You wouldn't want to have to move it around. And the other con would be that you pretty much have to custom build it. You know, you might be able to find somebody that has something similar, but I want to show you some of the features I built into this one. So if you do have one built, or if you build one, maybe this video could help you out. Well, I'll get right to it here. Some of the features that I built into this. This is my entrance reducer, and I just have a couple thumb screws here to hold this piece of cedar log on here, and you just pull that off. You could flip it over, have a medium, flip it this way, have a small, or you could leave it open. Now what I did is I ramped this when I drilled 2 holes, then I went in with my saw and I tipped it on an angle. So that way it has good drainage coming out of here if any water were to splash in here or anything. Same thing with the porch. The porch is ramped downward. It's just not a flat porch. It has a slight ramp to it. I'm near Hesperia, Michigan, and we get a lot of snow up here. We're not too far from Lake Michigan. So in the winter I like to have a top entrance. My conventional Langstroth, that bottom was just full of snow and dead bees, and if I didn't have a top entrance, I believe that they wouldn't have made it through the winter. So I like to have a top entrance. I also have this disc entrance over here. It's such a long distance for them to travel. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. It also gives me ventilation. So I may not use it, but the option's there. So I put that in there, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to use it or not. Another little porch there, ramp downward. Okay, the other thing that I did on this is I put a bee escape here. Because if bees get, you'll see when I open this up for you, there's boards inside. They shouldn't be up here in this part of it. But if naturally some will get caught up there, this gives them a way out. I'll show you inside this thing here. Okay, I have all these slats in here, and this is what one of the features of this type of hive is, that it's a lot disrupting to the bees. Like if I want to get into this will end up being like the bottom super. There we go. I could get right in there, open that up, or if I need to get in the top super. Now, one of the advantages of this type of hive over, let's say, a top bar hive, is that it gives you the ability to use a queen excluder. Some people like them, some people don't. But there it is. If I decide I want to use it, I have one. And also, it's expandable, so I could just make it the size that I need to. It also will give you the feature of using regular frames. So if you have a honey extractor, you can extract your honey that way. It's more standardized to buy equipment. And another thing, I don't have to store equipment with this. I can leave everything right in here. I don't have to have these supers all over, taking up room in that. Everything's here self-contained. You could even make yourself a little rack here to put some tools in that if this is your only hive. Now I keep my tools in a little portable case because I have some traditional Langstroth, but you have lots of different options with this type of hive. I put some ventilation in here. The ventilation's really important, to have good ventilation. So I have a few of these with ventilation in them. Another thing, if you're going to build one of these, I want you to see how I did this. I put this piece of wood around here to help hold these boards in, and this was the top of that 2x11. Okay, and I have a cut in here for my frames. Now, you can't do a lot of figuring because you want the proper bee space, and bee space is anywhere 1/4 inch to 3/8 of an inch. So I made mine 5/16. So above this right here, I have 5/16, and on both sides. Now along the bottom, I actually have 3/4 of an inch. Some hives, traditional Langstroth, have 3/4 on the bottom, but you know, they have such a long way to travel through the hive to get to the honey super part of it that I wanted to have 3/4 along the bottom. This spring I took and I cleaned my bottom boards on my traditional Langstroth, and talk about upsetting the bees. You know, I had to remove both boxes, and I switched the order of the boxes while I was there. But see this thing here, if I want to switch the orders of my boxes, all I had to do is slide these frames over, slide some new ones in, and that's it. It's a lot less disruptive to the bees. If I need to just check a couple frames, all I had to do is just open up that one area, and that's it. So I think it's going to be a lot less disruptive for the bees. I'll make some videos. Right now, I have this set up. I don't have bees in it yet, as you can see. It's the 2nd of May here in Hesperia, Michigan. And I have this set up right now. I have some lemongrass oil in it. And I have it down to 5 frames and a feeder. And that's how I'm going to feed them here with this frame feeder. So right now this is a swarm trap, and I'm want to just, if I can, try to get some in natural instead of buying them. If I don't have any bees in here by June, then I'll get some. I'll do a split with my hive or something like that. But I do have some 5 frames out for some traps, and I'm going to try to see if I could just get some feral bees and put in here. So over here I have some yellow frames for my honey on this side here, and you know, I'm probably going to use the queen excluder, but you can move this along anywhere you want. This holds 32 frames. So it's similar to an 8-frame Langstroth, except, you know, I'm not using mediums in my honey part, so it has more room than you know, than an 8-frame would have, because the deeps. So anyway, I'm going to be making some updates here throughout the season, once I get bees in here and that, and when I get in here, I'll make some updates on it. I have some ventilation in here. And I have another escape up here. Because like I said, the bees should always be below these boards. However, you know, when I open them up, some are going to get in there and you're not going to be able to shoo them all out. So I gave them this escape up here to get out. This is all 2-inch, as I said. Then I put this around here, this band. And this is the guide for my top boards. The bottom is recessed right in there. It's a piece of 3/4 plywood on the bottom. Use some cedar logs on there for the legs. You know, another nice thing about this, there's no lifting of supers. It'd be good for somebody who has a bad back or something like that. So if you have any questions, go ahead and post them up there and I'll try to answer them for you. And if you want to build one of these, I think it's going to be a nice hive to use and to operate. So have a good day. And I will do an update on this when I get some bees in. Thanks for watching.